Hello, my name is Jessica and this is my individual reflection video. At the start of the course, I was very overwhelmed with the amount of material that presented itself. However, as the professor started to break things down throughout the course, my group and I started to get into a groove and it wasn't too stressful. I found that at times the course was a bit disorganized. However, our professor was able to quickly respond to our emails and questions at any point. He was extremely helpful throughout the semester, making the course much more enjoyable and a lot less stressful. I did enjoy the format of the course, which included weekly videos and answering worksheets from 100 Steps to Startup. I did prefer this over a dense weekly textbook reading, as I felt it was more beneficial learning experience in the end. I found I was more engaged by the videos and it was a lot easier to watch than read a textbook that most courses require you to do. By watching the videos, I felt more engaged. It was just more interesting than a textbook. I also found it helpful how we can refer back to these videos at any point and fast forward to specific points we need to refer to. I did learn a lot from this course. In terms of the business perspective, I think most of us always thought to come up with the idea first and build everything up from there. However, the idea that was presented, that we come up with the idea near the end, with the product near the end, was actually very logical because you're not as attached to this idea and you don't become too cocky. This makes it easier to change and pivot along the way as we learn through the videos. I also thought it was a nice to be able to have a phone call meeting with our professor about halfway through the course. In terms of the worksheets or the more academic side of things, I didn't find the worksheets too time-consuming. The only challenge was a meeting with my group. Given that it's a distance course, it is definitely harder to arrange meetings as most people have full-time jobs and other stuff going on, not just school to worry about. I was lucky to have a group that always made themselves available and wanted to do well in the course. However, at times it did get difficult to plan out meetings that everyone could make. Another thing I found very beneficial was the ability to analyze each other's videos and receive feedback on our videos. Not only did this allow you to get so many different perspectives from others, but it also gave you ideas on what you can do to improve and help you realize your mistakes for next time. In terms of myself and what I learned from the course personally, I definitely became more confident with making slide decks and presentations. With having 5 team videos gave us a lot of practice on making our videos and presentations. I was able to improve significantly from the first video I made, and I learned how to navigate websites better and learn different tricks and better structure and plan out my presentations. It was also helpful, like I mentioned before, to go back and read other people's comments on your video and what they think you could have improved on to incorporate into your next presentation, which I really enjoyed. I would have liked to learn more about creating a business in general instead of this course being so tailored to creating a specific product, customer persona, call to action, and all that stuff. It would have been nice to learn the more general basic criteria of overall how to conduct and grow a business from the ground up. However, that may be in other courses, I'm not sure, but I think that would have been helpful instead of so specific to a product or service. I do have my own summer swim school business, so I think that it has helped me create things like a landing page, call to action, and a minimum viable offer. I have learned many strategies that I will apply to this business. I do think that I will continue watching 100 Steps to Startup because who knows, one day I could potentially grow my small swim school business to something a lot bigger, and I do think that this course was helpful for that. Overall, I was very fortunate to get a great group, which made this experience 1,000 times better. I believe if you were in a group with people who didn't care as much as you or were on different pages, that it could have potential to ruin the course for you. Personally, I was very lucky to have a great group that did care and wanted to do well. Everyone wanted to complete their work way ahead of schedule, which was very helpful. Doing this avoided last-minute stress and changes, and we were able to submit stuff 2 to 3 days ahead of time, which I found super helpful during the semester. Nothing was left to the last minute, and I could focus on my other courses without being stressed out. I really enjoyed working with my group, and I am going to miss our weekly meetings. Overall, I enjoyed this course, and I would highly recommend it to others looking to learn more about entrepreneurship and new venture startups.